Chained, injured, and underestimated, legendary ex-military operative Tara Johnson sits silently as two officers interrogate her, unaware of the storm within. Every subtle movement, every blink, is part of a calculated plan. Secrets, survival, and courage collide in a tense battle of wits. One wrong move could change everything. Let's go to the story. A cold, dim room. Only the faint clinking of metal restraints pierces the tense silence. The walls seem to absorb sound, making every movement echo. Two officers, Detective Mark Simmons and Officer Luke Reynolds, believe they are about to break a helpless victim. At the center sits Tara Johnson, chained to a metal chair. Her posture is slouched just enough to appear exhausted, but her eyes, steady, unblinking, tell a different story. The camera slowly zooms into her hands. Trembling, yes, from her injury, but perfectly controlled. Every small movement is calculated. A storm is quietly building inside her, a storm that will turn the tables on those who think they hold all the power. Detective Simmons slams a thick folder onto the table. Papers scatter across the cold floor. Simmons, where was the device? Who else knows? Wait, before I continue, answer this in the comments. What would you do in this situation? Officer Reynolds paces closer, speaking faster, louder. He waves his hands, trying to corner her with noise and fear. Tara does not flinch. She breathes calmly, the very air around her radiating silent discipline. Her silence is not defiance, it is survival. Her military training has prepared her for interrogations far more sophisticated than this, where patience, observation, and subtlety are the only weapons. Cut 2 flashback, various training SC&ES. Tara running through rain-soaked forests, carrying wounded teammates. Teaching elite units to survive against impossible odds, earning respect silently because her competence spoke louder than words. Briefings in war rooms where every decision meant life or death. Quiet moments alone, staring at a sunset, remembering the family she left behind to serve. A pang of longing hidden beneath her stoic exterior. Back to present. The officers, confident in their control, do not notice the tiny shifts Tara makes, testing the chains, measuring the weight of the metal, noting the rhythm of their footsteps. Every detail becomes part of a plan they cannot see. The flickering lamp casts shadows across the room. Tara's eyes track the exit. Every twitch of the officer's fingers, every glance toward the camera, is logged in her mind. The tension is almost unbearable, not just for the officers but for the audience, who senses the quiet power in the seemingly fragile woman. Reynolds. Frustrated. Talk, we know you were involved. Tara tilts her head slightly, not in surrender, but in calculation. Each second of silence stretches the room into an almost unbearable suspense. INT, interrogation room later. The door clicks. A higher-ranking officer enters, Commander David Harper. His presence adds authority, but even he pauses at Tara's calm posture. The file he places on the table is neat, controlled, but it does not command the room. Tara's eyes flick to the corner where a security camera hums. She notices a subtle pattern in the sound, a temporary blind spot, her opportunity. Real viewers only. Comment yes or no. I want to see who's actually paying attention. Simmons and Reynolds continue their aggressive questioning. To them, Tara is simply silent. To the audience, every subtle movement she makes, every slight tilt of her head, every controlled exhale, signals she is preparing for what comes next. Tara gently shifts her injured leg, testing the pain, gauging her limits. A flash of raw vulnerability appears in her eyes for a heartbeat. Not weakness, but a glimpse of the human heart that has endured so much. The audience feels it, a pang of empathy, the pull of her silent suffering, her bravery, her isolation. She remembers her father's words. Strength isn't loud, it's steady. It's surviving the storm without letting anyone see you break. Her mind calculates angles, weights, sounds. Each chain, each shadow, each heartbeat in the room is a piece of the puzzle. She tests the restraints subtly, unnoticed, mapping every point of leverage. A sudden radio crackle outside draws the officer's attention. A perfect distraction. Tara completes her subtle maneuver. One wrist is now free, though invisible to anyone untrained. The audience senses the shift. Something monumental is about to happen. Flashback, a younger Tara. A young woman, determined and fierce, standing at a podium teaching recruits. One boy struggles with drills. Tara kneels beside him, softening her voice. Pain is temporary. Discipline is forever. Remember why you fight. Back in the room, those words resonate as she prepares for the moment that will flip the room. INT, interrogation room, MOMENTS later. Commander Harper leans forward, trying to assert dominance. His voice grows sharper. The officers are tense, unaware that control has quietly shifted. Tara studies the subtle movements. The way Harper leans toward the table, the way Reynolds rests his hand near the belt, the way Simmons glances at the exit. Every micro-movement is part of her plan. The lights flicker again. The camera catches her fingers adjusting the second wrist restraint. The audience can almost hear her heartbeat, feel the anticipation building. It is not loud. It is intimate, almost tender, a quiet symphony of control, patience, and courage. I'm watching your comments right now. Tell me, should I continue the story or stop here? Her gaze shifts to the one-way mirror. For the first time, her eyes meet the silhouettes behind the glass. Someone whispers urgently, recognizing her skill, her legacy, and the panic that spreads silently among those watching. The blind spot grows. Tara's subtle adjustments are complete. She is ready. Every ounce of her pain, every scar, every quiet tear shed in her long, lonely nights of training has led to this. The room is no longer just an interrogation. It is her stage. Final confrontation. Commander Harper, frustrated, bangs his hand on the table. Simmons and Reynolds step back instinctively, sensing the shift but unable to name it. Tara slowly lifts her chin. The chains fall away, not with violence, but with quiet authority. Her voice is calm, unwavering, yet every word carries weight. Tiare, the real threat isn't me. I allowed myself to be captured because the danger is inside these walls, inside this agency, and only I can stop it. The commander reads her file aloud, disbelief spreading across his face. Tara was never their suspect. She was the one with the experience, the foresight, the discipline to prevent disaster. Silence falls, thick and heavy. The audience can feel the emotional gravity, the mix of fear, relief, awe, and respect. Tara walks toward the exit. Her movements are measured, graceful, a perfect blend of strength and humanity. Every step resonates with the countless battles, the sleepless nights, the sacrifices she has endured. The officers watch, finally understanding what they could not see. They were never prepared for her. Tiare. Voice echoing, final line. If you want the real enemy, follow me. The screen fades to black. The audience is left holding their breath, heart pounding, moved not just by the tension, but by the quiet, human courage of a woman who has survived everything and refuses to be broken. Wait. Right now in the comments. One word. What did this story just make you feel? Geo. I'm reading every single one. 1 second pause. Type ghost if you got chills. Type respect if you're standing a little taller today. Do it now. Let's flood this comment section with American pride. Your turn. Comment fast.